Hey guys, Abby and I are here, and we've got this little Commander Electric, aka CEC, aka DEMC or DEMCO or something like that.
I do not know what all that means except for AKA. What does AKA mean?
AKA means also known as.
Oh.
And these are just brand names that this fan was sold under. What they did, there are a lot of names. What happened was there were factories that made them, and then they sold them under different names. So, like, let's say you and I went to the same factory and said, I want to buy a bunch of fans. I'm going to label them Dan, and you're going to label yours Abby.
I'm going to label mine Abby.
So you can sell your Abby fans and say, my Abby fans are better than the Dan fans. And I would say, well, my Dan fans are better than the Abby fans. And nobody knows that they're the same. So, it's a lesson in business, I guess. So, yeah, that's this thing. Synlix, etc. A whole bunch of brand names. 36-inch. Residential / industrial. I think it was sold for residential use, but we might call it an industrial since it's metal blades. And Abby's going to run through the controls for us.
Yep.
So you want to go ahead and get us started?
I also brought pencils and a journal and eraser.
Okay. I remember the numbers. We're going to go 1.
So I can draw the fan if I needed to.
I'm sure it'd be very helpful for you to draw it. Okay. 1 didn't do anything. You want to try 2? Still didn't do anything. You want to try 3?
What's the noise? Is that the motor?
No. 3 did something. What's the amp meter say?
It says 15.
So that's 0.15 amps is what that draws. You ever heard of watts? Like a 60-watt bulb? You ever heard of that before? Really? Who's been teaching you? So if you ever had to change a light bulb? Nobody's ever... Oh, you have?
I see in it, but I've never done it.
Okay. Put it on number 4. 0.2. So watts and amps are just 2 different ways to measure how much electricity something is using. So a 60-watt bulb uses more electricity than a 25-watt bulb.
That's because it's 60 and 25.
That's true.
5's less.
That's true. Want to take it up to 5?
It's going okay on 5. I'm not feeling anything here right now.
Yeah. You want to try 6?
It's not that noise.
Somebody's doing something outside. What's it drawing on 6?
0.31.
Okay. What about 7?
I'm on 7 right now. I just turned it.
0.36. There's no current rating on the fan. There's no all the labels are either worn or painted over. I can't tell which. I could go up a little more. What's that? 8? 0.4. 9 is 0.44. Yep. A little wind noise, yeah. 10 is 0.47. Real quick before we go anywhere else, hit that high button, just real quick.
Do I turn this on?
No, just leave it where it is. Hit high. 0.57. Okay, drop it back down. So we want to make sure that when we're turning the numbers, we never go higher than 0.57. Because that's how much it goes on high. You never want the numbers to go higher than it does on high. Does that make sense? Okay, so
but
turn
it's higher than it's on 10.
No. I'm talking about these numbers. We don't want this to go higher than 0.57, because 0.57 is what it does when it's on high.
But that's because it's on 10. If it was less than 10, it would be less of it.
But it can go more. So like, we'll take it to 11. I'll show you what I mean. So 11 is 0.47. Try 12.
0.46.
Sometimes it changes as you let it sit.
But it will stay
0.49.
0.46 for a while.
Okay, keep going up. I'm just saying it started out 0.5 on 13. Keep going. 0.51. 0.52. 0.53. 4. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip ahead. We got, what is that, 20? So I'm going to go to 40. Okay, so it never goes up to 0.57, so that's a good thing. So now we got it, that's on the high. High is like if you put the numbers on infinity. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm going underneath it. Yeah, it gives me a strong breeze underneath it.
It's like it's me anything but hot.
Well, you should stand underneath it. excuse me.
Oh yeah, I feel it now.
Yeah.
But it's warm. It's supposed to be cold.
No, it's going to be the same temperature as the rest of the air in the room. It actually gives me a really strong breeze back here, as much as some larger industrials. I'm actually surprised.
I don't feel
Definitely more than the, what'd you say?
I don't feel anything.
Kneel down here with me, and then just wait a little bit. Just hold yourself still for a little bit.
My legs hurt.
You don't feel anything yet? That's because your face is facing down, your hair is covering it. Kneel down with me.
My legs are hurting.
Stop complaining about your legs. You're not as old as me, so you've got no reason to complain. You don't feel anything, and you like the air moving in your face?
Just a tiny.
Maybe in your hands, too. Anywhere you got skin exposed, you might feel a little bit of air moving. And if you pay real close attention, you can tell that it's actually a breeze. Some of the fans that we test, they are real powerful even when you're all the way back here. This one's not super powerful, but it's a small fan, so it's kind of...
Daddy?
Yes, baby?
Remember when I said yesterday that my legs hurted a lot?
Uh-huh.
It still feels the same way.
Okay. You drink some water? Probably need to drink more water. So I'm going to turn it off now. It's down to 0.52. You're not going to come work the controls anymore? Are you done with the controls?
I'm coming.
You remember what to do next?
Dial?
Well, first you got to do the switch above the dial. What's it on right now? It's making, oh, it's not all the way off. That's why. So let it sit still for a bit. Let it stop.
Did you stop the video?
No, it's still recording.
Oh, I thought you stopped the video.
No, I never stopped the video. Not if I can help it. I want it to keep going forever.
So you'll be standing here forever?
Yes, I will. No, I'm going to sit down and kick you out of that chair. Sure is hot up here, though. 100.3. I got two of these. One has a light on the bottom. The other one does. This one doesn't have a light. But other than that, they're the same. Wonder if they're going to move the same amount of air. What do you think?
Probably.
Okay. You know how to do the dial?
I think the one with the light might go a little bit slower because it's using more electricity.
Well, we'll see.
No, a little bit faster because the light needs more electricity as well. So
Okay, try the dial, sweetheart.
it's slowly.
Well, you can skip ahead a little bit and just see, and then backtrack if you want to find where the sweet spot is, where it starts. There you go. Where's that? 0.12. Okay.
Last time I started at 0.15.
Yeah, every fan is different.
No, I'm talking about on this fan.
Oh, okay. 1.12 is slower. So turn it an eighth of a turn.
I'm just putting on lever.
Okay.
See if it works for me.
Okay. Now do an eighth of a turn.
What does that mean?
That means, okay, a quarter of a turn would be turning it all the way to here to 12 o'clock, right? So an eighth of a turn would be here by like maybe 1:30 or something. Halfway between 3 o'clock and 12 o'clock.
Right there?
Yeah, that's good. 0.2. It's a little bit buzzy. Okay, put it to 12 o'clock. .33.
That's going fast.
Yeah, okay, put another quarter turn. So like, what is that, like 10:30 maybe?
Putting it to that circle.
A little bit past the circle, I think. That circle's not halfway. I think a quarter turn would be like right here. That's 0.46. Okay, now you can turn it all the way. 0.53. Okay, turn it all the way down. And then turn the switch back. And we'll let it stop. So next video will be your turn to do the camera.
Oh, Daddy?
Yes, baby.
Remember when we had to tell the people to figure out who was right, me or you or something like that?
I don't remember that.
It was with Andy, and then I think Metal Pete was here as well.
Okay.
And then I keep telling you something, and you keep saying the different thing, and then we ask the people to put it in the comments.
Oh, well, nobody did that yet. And I don't even remember what that was about. If you want to, you can watch the video and figure out what it was, and we can see who was right, but nobody's commented yet. Do you watch my videos sometimes? Or are they boring because they're all about fans and music?
Sometimes they'll pop up on my screen, not pop up when I see like new videos. And then
There'll be a suggestion for you. Watch Daddy's.
I watched one show that I gave up in the quarter of it.
Mm-hmm. It's too boring.
Yep.
But the ones with you aren't boring, right?
Even when I'm in it, I don't like the fans.
You can't make them interesting? So see if you can figure out a way to make the fans interesting.
Put 10 blades on them?
Well, I don't know how to do that. There's only screws for 3 for this one. Okay, hit the high button. Use your hands. Start out at 0.6, and we know it's going to drop down to like 0.52. Once it gets to 0.52, you can turn it off. Yes. Okay, got up to speed and went back down again. Well, that's it for this 36-inch Commander etc. thing. We're going to do another one that has a light. And then I don't know what we're doing next. Abby and I will have to figure out what fan to video next. We got a lot of fans that need to be videoed.
Yep, and we have to do a few things. It's going to get late and it's very hot up here.
It is very hot up here, but it'll get cooler the later it gets in the day. Because the sun, what makes it hot is the sun beating down on the roof.
Really?
Yeah. Because the shingles are black, and what did we learn about black? It absorbs the heat. So maybe if we had white shingles, it wouldn't get so hot up here.
How'd you do that?
Well, first of all, it's not my roof. Second of all, that would cost thousands of dollars. And then, third of all, thank you, sweetheart. Nia says that I like to make lists. Is that true?
Lists?
Lists. I like to list things.
Yep.
She makes fun of me for that.
You do like to make lists.
I think lists are great. Third of all, it's actually nice that it gets hot up here during the winter. Because it can be 20 degrees outside, but it's nice up here. Then at nighttime it gets really cold up here. But during the day it's nice and warm up here in the wintertime. What color are the shingles on Grandma's roof?
I think they're blue.
They sure are.
That doesn't do anything.
No, it would do something because blue is a dark color, so it's going to absorb more than white ones would.
Blue.
That would be different. Okay, thanks for watching.